what is up, y'all? Spencer K here. We are back for another episode of Nuclear Hearts, and I am going to admit I forgot to check what episode it is. Obviously, it'll be in the title and everything. This is my first episode back in a long time. The first episode I've recorded in a long time. The episode that got uploaded a week prior to this one, I recorded before my baby was born. I just didn't get around to editing it. So at that time, that episode, my baby's not born. This time, my baby is born. Lag spike there. Everything's gone well. Baby's doing well. Girlfriend's doing well. I'm doing well. Everyone's doing well. So things are going good. We're back into the recording, back into the editing, and all that good stuff. We are back for Nuclear Hearts. Gosh, it's been a minute since I've been on this world. That's a lie. I was on it 5 minutes ago. So I'm going to unlist the video, but I'm going to kind of give you my plan of action, my battle plan that I went through. Last episode, I left it off as kind of like, oh, I want to undergo a project, or I want to do technology. I wanted to do something other than adventure. I'd been doing a lot of adventuring. So my thought process was one of two things. I wanted to do a mega project, and the mega project I had decided really off camera and in my month hiatus, just while I was thinking about the world, I wanted to do an Ocean Temple Guardian farm. And I have done one of those before in survival in a completely different version of Minecraft. I think even on Bedrock a long time ago. On a server, actually, I built one. And I use sand. In order to get rid of all the water, you kind of have to make these strips of sand and then use sponges to clear it all out. Problem being, sand in deserts have been one of the hardest things to come by far in this world. I don't know why they've been so dang hard, but really the only deserts we found were all the way up here. We had these deserts right here. That was it. And then there was another one all the way, over here. Nope, that's a different one as well, actually. So I think we'd found three, because there was one more desert we'd found. But yeah, this one. The common theme between all three of these deserts, these are the three we'd found prior to this episode starting. They're small. You can see how tiny they are, especially if I scroll down and we just look at how big this snow biome is. Look at it go. Just look at it stretch. Keeps going. We haven't even found the whole thing. Same could be said up north. If I click the right buttons here, if I go up north again, this snow biome just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And if you put that side by side with the deserts we found, it's not even close. These snow biomes absolutely wipe the deserts every single time. But I wanted to try to find a desert, as well as I was filling out the ocean. You may have noticed it, I think last episode or two episodes ago, whenever we did it. We explored this ocean. We actually completely filled it out. I mean, probably 100 islands in this ocean. And I was doing some of this not last episode, but in between the two episodes as well. Just like an hour ago, I was still filling some of this out. Unfortunately, I left a couple chunks there. But yeah, man, massive ocean. We'd filled most of it out. Well, I got in the mood and I got to thinking. I was like, one of two things, right? So if I'm going to do this Ocean Temple project, I'm going to need a gravity block, which, like I said, I normally use sand. I could use gravel. I was like, okay, before I settle on gravel, because I had a plan for how to obtain a shit ton of gravel as well, because I could actually break it down from cobblestone was my idea. But I was like, let me look for this desert, because not only is it the sand I'm after, there's a specific structure that I've been talking about, I think since episode 1, that only spawns in deserts, that I've been absolutely dying to find. And really, you need a massive desert, I think, just to increase the chance of the structure to spawn. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I went exploring. I actually found 3 more deserts. I believe it was 3. It could have been 2. I believe it was 3, though. In between episodes on my own. And like I said, it's an unlisted video. I'm going to go ahead and link it in the descriptions. It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes, I think. And if you want to watch me do all that, you absolutely can. But I was just I muted myself, so I'm not going to be talking in it. I was just kind of mindlessly exploring, if you would. And I actually spawned on this island right here as phase 2, and I sailed this direction. I sailed all the way up in here. I unlocked all of this, and you can see I actually stopped here. Look at this. I need you to focus on this. You see this one little block of unexplored land here? I stopped. I went back down this way. Went all the way down here, and I followed the ocean all the way back up. And funny enough, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm just getting the sense, right? So if you imagine I'm in a boat right here, this is all I can see on my map. I was like, I'm just getting a sense there's a desert nearby. And I actually sailed up this river. And bada bing, bada boom, we found a desert. Now, this was a little bit bigger. Compared to the other 3 we had already found prior to this episode, this was a little bit bigger. and I was happy. You know, you got the mesa, several mine shafts in this mesa. I didn't explore. By the way, I just want to say I explored, like unlocked the map. I didn't loot anything. The only things I looted were villages, and that was actually me less looting and me supplying them. I gave every village I found. I gave the 2 to 3 stacks of potatoes. I unlocked the waystone for transportation, like so I can travel. And that was pretty much it. I may have snagged a bed here and there, but really less looting and more supplying the villages. But I did find a red desert village. Pretty cool. Well, that wasn't it. I went back south. No, I didn't. So I'm sorry. I was incorrect here. I continued sailing because I just felt like this desert had more to offer, and it didn't. That, shocker, right? But I kept sailing. I kept sailing. I kept sailing. You could just see how far away I got. I had a blood moon. So I was kind of stuck in the ocean because I couldn't make landfall because of the blood moon. But I just sailed in the ocean, You could see I went up. I was like, not really feeling it. So I sailed back down to the south, and just pure chance, right? I got a couple of desert islands. I even got like a red sand desert island here. I was like, it's close, man. I can taste it. I know it's close. And I kept going. I kept going. I kept going. And I hit this biome here. I hit this village, and I was like, all right, I'm going to call it. I'm going to hop off, take a break. I was like, no. This biome is calling my name. I'm going to keep pushing. And I did, and it ended, and I found this here, and I couldn't quit. I was like, all right, now, let me explain it a little bit better, right? This village here, I was ready to hop off. It is nighttime, and I'm not paying attention because I am taking way too long to explain this. Once again, you can watch it. I'm just not going to talk. I'm trying to explain my thought process since I didn't talk in the unlisted video. This village had a waystone. Actually, that's it right there, I'm pretty sure. I was like, nope, I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep pushing. I found this village over here. No waystone. I was like, crap. All right, so now I got to find another village with a waystone. And I didn't want to go backwards, right? If I'm going to adventure, I'm going to try to go forwards. I found this really cool mountain, the snow mountain here. It was pretty cool. And I kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going. And now my goal is just to find a village to call it, right? And nothing. I couldn't find a village worth of crap. I was shocked at how long I could go without finding a village. Found this one, but this biome right here gave it away. I was like, wait a minute. I forget what it's called, but it's basically a knockoff desert with just a little bit more brush. I was like, all right, I'm just going to do a quick, like, 180. I'm going to bounce, like, into it 1 or 2 bounces and just bounce back. Saw the desert immediately. Came to this village here. Saw this village here. All of these temples. I mean, temple. 2 villages right here. 2 desert villages side by side. Came over to here, and I found the structure I've been looking for since day one. I didn't explore it. It's not even on the map yet. I made sure not to put it on the map. I wanted to explore it with you guys. It's right here. We have found it. Cool, right? I was like, all right, let me see how big this desert really is. And I kept thinking it ended, 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 until I got to this village here, the 3rd desert village, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop exploring. I want to come back with you guys because we have done it. We have found the massive desert, and I've still have not finished exploring this thing. So not only have we found the massive desert, we found the building, the structure we've been looking for. There's probably like 10 dungeons. I'm being a little facetious. There may not be 10 dungeons, but there's like maybe 5 dungeons and probably just as many pyramids. I mean, you have a massive pyramid up here. I can't remember if these are dungeons or temples, but I'm going to assume dungeons. So 2 dungeons there. You come back, pyramid, 2 pyramids, 2 dungeons. Keep coming back. You got a dungeon, and they're not on the map yet, but I saw like 2 or 3 more pyramids down here specifically. And that's like another reason I stopped. I was like, yo, there are just that many structures. I didn't even get to raid this village. I just unlocked the waystone, came home, and started recording for you guys after a quick break. Several missile silos, more crashed vehicles or crashed ships than I can count. We're going to spend this episode absolutely raiding the hell out of it. Now that I've been talking for 10 minutes, let's go ahead and sleep. We are ready to go. I don't even have to prepare. I made sure to prepare before this. Once again, you can watch all that in an unlisted video. I just want to claim that because I don't want you guys to feel like, hey guys, I'm back. I did all this cool stuff without you. No, the video will be unlisted. You can absolutely watch me exploring. I'm just not going to be talking or anything like that. So with that, man, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be looting and raiding a ton. This may be a 2-parter. Yeah, this may be a 2-parter. I'm going to be honest. Desert Adventure is where I left off. The amount of waystones we have is absolutely bonkers. Okay, yeah, here you go. So let me get to maybe a higher structure here. Let's get on to that dungeon. This is a dungeon. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, here we go. So this is where I left off. I'm going to open the map once more for you guys so you can see this is exactly where I left off. I'm facing south. No pyramids to the south on the map, but there you got one right there. You got two right there. And the desert just expands again. It gets pretty big pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead and start the episode. Well, let's actually loot this village. But I was going to say, we're going to try to fill out the entirety of the desert because I really want to know what we're working with and what the size is of this desert. No blacksmith in this village, actually. Oh, yeah, there is. Oh, my goodness, I'm getting lag. There is a blacksmith. I have not supplied this village either. So I'm going to go ahead and drop off some potatoes for these guys. Trying to keep them fed, man. We've had a big issue with our villages not being fed, and I'm not a big fan of that. We're going to go ahead and destroy all that. Since this village gave me bread, I've done this a few times. When the village gives me bread like that, I just give the bread right back to the village, but I put it in the actual storage facility they have, or the storage building they have. I feel like that helps them out a lot more. But all right, let's go ahead and put all of this in our inventory to an extent. Not the bread. Yep, we'll go ahead and put the rest of it. Yeah, it's a steel sword. I've been giving them iron swords as well, just because if there are any guards, iron swords are obviously going to be a little bit better than the wooden ones they come default with. And I'm just trying to do my part the best I can. I used to break them down, but, you know, 2 iron from a sword really isn't all that great. And I feel like the villages would get a little bit more use out of that 2 iron than I would breaking it. Especially now, we have all this technology. We're just on the cusp of being extremely rich and being able to just mass produce stuff. Now, the village isn't actually lit up. I keep stepping on cacti. The village isn't lit up, so that's telling me that either, what do you call it? The town hall is broke or blocked. Really, here's a storage building. See, I haven't even found this yet. I'm going to go ahead and give them 2 stacks of potatoes. They're not active right now, so I don't even have to drop off my potatoes, but I'm going to do it anyway, just in case, you know, one day I activate this village and I, for whatever reason, don't bring potatoes. I don't see the town hall, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think the fact that this is not an active village is going to make them a little bit safer. So, especially with all these cacti around. So we're just going to let it ride, man. We're just going to let it kind of chill, do its thing. And with that, we're going to move on and just look at how much stuff is in front of us, man. We're going to get to this pyramid. Let's bounce to this pyramid because I feel like I just have to stress how rich we are going to be after this next episode or 2. I think this is going to be a 2-parter. I know I said, oh, let's stop adventuring, and I apologize because I absolutely lied. Look how big this desert truly gets, man. And once again, just looking at the map, this is like a whole second desert. The desert stretches all the way up here to this massive desert. There is a natural gas cave exposed to lava or something because it is blowing up big time. Unless it's this pyramid, unless there's like a booby trap in here. We got an antenna. We got a crash ship here. We got 2 pyramids here. I just came from a village with a dungeon. And this is the second desert. This isn't even the first desert that I found. We'll go inside. Let's check this out. Let's raid one of these. I always like checking these out, man. I think these are a lot of fun. I wanted to break some of these down at some point to get the sandstone and all that good stuff at some point. Let me go ahead and put that back. I'm not trying to be too big of a meanie. Problem is I don't have a whole lot of torches, so we may have to go ahead and fix that up. But this is, once again, a barricaded building, so we're going to have to mine our way in, break our way in. And that is okay. There we go. We should be good. Okay, that goes down. Let's go ahead and go down first. I can't remember. Or, no, down doesn't seem to have a whole lot of mobs. So let's go up or something. Let's try to find all these mobs. There they are. There's some. Oh, I missed. There we go. Okay. Let's just light it up. Let's just focus on lighting it up. Cool. Okay, I think we've taken this top floor. Let me go ahead and get my Silk Touch pickaxe. I always forget to get that out. And I apologize. I still do my Spencer K method of I go a little mute when I get startled. Okay, we got to mine these fast because there's still spawning spiders, and I do not like spiders. I do not like cave spiders. Let me clarify it. I don't mind normal spiders. They're not too bad. I'm going to leave that for right now. I don't really care. I do not really care. All right, let's go ahead and let's It's just kind of difficult, man. What do we want to do? Because I'm just worried it's a trap chest. And then that is not what I want to open up. We'll go ahead and put our normal pickaxe away. And grab all that stuff. Cool, man. 2 golden apples. Quite a bit in there. Nothing too OP. I forgot to give him the bread, man. I do that sometimes. I hate to admit it, but... I got a cobweb. How did I get that cobweb? Okay, now I have questions, because I thought I mined it with a sword. I actually cannot remember. All right, we're just going to run into here as fast as we can. Yep. There we go. Just a couple more. One more. Okay. Normally I'm a pretty bad shot with these guys, but I'm not doing too bad yet. Oh, there's still plenty more. Still plenty more. Still plenty more. Oh, see, I'm going to be honest. I feel like that should have hit him. I know I always say that. I feel like that happens at least once. I feel like that should have hit him. All right, we're going to go ahead and break these as fast as we can. I don't know how I got that cobweb, because you can't use a pickaxe to mine these. I don't know. I don't know how I got that. I'm not going to ask too many questions. Silk Touch. That's kind of cool. Got a Silk Touch book. I like that. Silk Touch is always a good enchantment to have on hand. Not a super big fan of all these spawn. I could probably just break them. I don't know why I would ever need a cave spider spawner, but we have plenty of them. And this way is going to be empty. Down to 5 torches. I'm sure I can get some coal. The wood's not going to be too hard to find. It's not like I'm in a dungeon. Sometimes when you're in a dungeon, you're just kind of SOL. I definitely hear the spiders. I don't see them. Okay, we only got 3 torches left. Over there should be like a booby trap. If I'm not mistaken, that way should be a booby trap. So let's go ahead and break this down. We'll go ahead and break this way down. We'll go into here. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. I always love looting this room. There's so much in this room. The tomb room. Very, very cool. Always love breaking down this gold. That's the main thing. You're like, why are you getting all this gold armor? I break it down into gold. You get like, gosh, how many blocks out of it? I can't remember. I guess you could do the math. 4 full sets. Well, almost full. There's no helmets, but almost 4 full sets of gold armor, man. That is a lot of gold. If I were to craft that myself, I would be mining for quite a bit. But we don't need to. Whoa! Just got 2 more gold blocks in a wither skull. Curse of Vanishing and Curse of Binding aren't as cool. But that is okay. We have almost filled up this backpack. To be fair, there's already some stuff in it. So, wasn't super duper full on its own. Look at the map. You see the map? Here. Is that right? On the mini map in the top right, it says there's like a lava cave or something. You guys see that as well? I haven't found that yet. I haven't been in a cave yet, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to be a little sneaky, all right? We're going to try something new. We're going to vandalize this place just a little bit. Uh-huh. Yes. Yep. Yep. There we go. Oh my goodness. A witch! Holy cow, we just got all those spawn eggs. So we found out the hard way. Let's be honest. It was the hard way. It was not easy by any means. That if you come in and you disable the tripwire, it still activates the dispensers. And then you got to kill all those mobs off. Well, if you're just a smarty pants like me, and you just go around, you can break in like this. And then you don't have to worry about tripping or breaking the tripwire like that. If I'm even talking, I'm kind of losing my mind here. There we go. Cool. So now we got some spawn eggs. So if we're ever in a pinch and we need those spawn eggs for some reason, we have them. I don't think we will. Seems a little silly to me. I don't think we'll ever need that. Did I put a torch in here? I thought I had a torch left, but maybe not. No, I guess I put the last 2 down, huh? Alrighty, that is okay. We'll put what we can up here in this backpack, which isn't going to be a whole lot. We will grab our sticks, put those up there, and then we're going to head back up to the surface, and we're going to try to find some coal. and get some more torches. But with that, man, one pyramid down. It is also either nighttime or about to be daytime. I think it's turning day. No, 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 no. It's turning night. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was like, I don't think we've been down there that long. Maybe. Maybe we have. I can't remember. There we go. Cool. So we got that. Should be a cave nearby, I imagine. Let's see. Yep, this is looking like a cave. Just want to be real careful, because this is all sand above me. So if it collapses, actually, yeah, this is probably not, even if there was coal in here, I probably wouldn't want to mine it anyway, because, yep, if that sand collapses, oil sand. Oh, there we go. We got some oil sand. Cool. I mined it with a silk touch, and at first it didn't even matter, and I was going to be a little bit bummed, but nope. That worked out. I'll have to keep my eye open for more oil sand. I would love to find some. Oh, there's some right there. Look at that. All right. And right here. Wow. Okay, it's all over. Let's mine it. Let's mine it. We'll keep our eye open for a cave. I have not forgotten. Don't worry. I have not forgotten. I just want to stress that. We'll try to find some coal. If we're going to need like a bigger cave, because I don't want to go into a cave like this where the sand will collapse on me if I accidentally mine it the wrong way. But we are going to raid that other pyramid. So stick with me for that. We're going to go ahead and break down these ships, man. I talked about it before. They are really cool. I'll make sure to keep like one or two that are somewhat decent intact, just to like, you know, kind of have them for looks. Because I like to do that. I like to have them to check them out and whatnot, kind of show them off. They look cool for decoration and whatnot. But they have so much material, so many ingots. I mean, look at this. I'm going to break it down. I won't put any of these ingots in my backpack until I'm done, actually. Here, let me go ahead and do this. Let's grab a new backpack, and we'll put this old one right up there. Put a brand new backpack in here. Let's go ahead and put all this stuff. Whoops, I said I wouldn't put ingots up there, and I did anyway. Let's go ahead and put all that unnecessary stuff that we already had up there. And let's just show you how many ingots we get for mining one of these things down, because it is pretty bizarre. And some of it's buried, so I'm going to have to unbury some of it. But that's really not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and block all this water off. There we go. That should be good. That should do the trick. Sweet. Yeah, each one of these should have 2 chests. And I'm going to go ahead, like I said, unbury it just a little bit, because it looks like some of it's still buried. I don't really care too much about it. If there's a block or 2 that I miss, that's not the end of the world. I think that's like the landing gear system right there. I don't know. I actually haven't seen one of these things not like half buried underground. So I actually don't know if that's like a landing gear system or not, to be honest with you. All right, let's go ahead and crack this chest open. Oh, we got some uranium. Oh, man. All right, yep. Let's go ahead and put that in our backpack quickly. And then we'll go ahead and grab the rest of that stuff. There we go. Easy peasy. And there's actually still some blocks right here. So, yep, there we go. Got that. Get that second chest and a supply drop request for 2 more mini nukes. And let's just load everything into this chest now. At the same time, I think we got all the blocks we're going to get from that, or all the ingots we're going to get from that. So we got 4.5 steel, half tungsten, and almost a full titanium stack of ingots. That's pretty crazy, man. That's why I love breaking these down. That is a ton of resources. You know how long that would take me to mine? That would take a minute. I will tell you. I will be the one to tell you. Cool. So that ship is broken down. And, man, was there... Let's check that surface map again. Okay, if we bounce... I was going to say, if we bounce out of the desert, we may have a chance at, like, getting a decent cave. But I just don't really see one. We could always skip that pyramid for now, too. I don't think... I have more sticks, but, yeah, I don't think I have coal. Not the end of the world. Unless there's some right here that I just didn't notice. No, I don't see any. That's fine. Well, let's go ahead. We'll break this tower down. We're going to break this tower down as well. This is going to give us a lot of steel. My goodness, this is going to be a ton of steel as well. These towers are mostly steel. I always like getting the barbed wire and whatnot from them too. I'm just kind of trying to bounce and see if there's any more structures off in the distance. I didn't quite see any, but that is okay. Step number 1, whenever you break down one of these radio antenna tower things, is you always have to get rid of the barbed wire. Because if you fall on it, or if a block falls on it, it is end of the road for whatever falls on it, man. These things, I'm pretty sure despawn blocks. So if a block spawns on it, that is all she wrote. And then players, yeah, it's like cobwebs, man. They hook you. They're really hard to get out of. Do not like that. But whoa, okay, I forgot to look in there first. Sorry, it's all in my inventory. Nothing too crazy there, but I try to open the crates before I break them. I feel like that's a little more fun. We'll break this glass. I will break down the majority of the structure. I'm not going to do it all. These concrete blocks here just take a little bit of time to break down, and I don't have all day to do it. So I'm going to get these reinforced bricks because I like those. But I'm not going to go for all the concrete bricks. It would help if they were all the same block and I could just vein mine it, but they're not. They're like mossy, cracked, broken, and then just the regular. And so it takes a little bit longer to actually mine them all down, unfortunately. But all right, crate number 2 in this antenna. Once again, nothing too spectacular up here, but we've raided quite a few of these structures. Is that to the south? Nope, that's back to the north. I was going to say, if that's back to the south, we just found a whole new village and temple. I should have been able to tell. That is the new direction we're going. It kind of looks like it turns into an oasis, almost. We'll have to see if that's what it actually ends up being, but nope, we're going to bounce up to the top. And we may get a little bit better of a view up here. Let's see. Anything... No, not really. I'm not seeing a whole lot of structures in that direction, but we're still going to check it out. Let's just break this down first. Let me go ahead and break it down, and I'll catch you, or I'll be back when I get to the next crate, the hidden crate. Alrighty, we are back, and we have gotten to the next hidden crate. Just breaking these down real quick. The third and final crate in this structure right there. Once again, nothing too spectacular. I'm going to be honest. Nothing too crazy. Nothing to write home about. That is okay, though. Happy to get it, and I didn't mean to mine that quite yet. Oops. That's okay. All the items are going to fall down below, and we'll collect them all here momentarily. Yes, okay. I thought I missed that. That would have been kind of bad. So, a lot of people never really watch my Nuclear Earth series that are watching this series, and that's absolutely fine. It's another series on this channel. If you are interested, I'll be the first to kind of warn you. It's not nearly as organized as this one. It was really just highlights for my streams for a while, and then I did a couple random episodes out of the blue, and there was really no story or anything like that. So if you missed it, it's okay. I don't really recommend watching it. I if anything, I recommend getting caught up with this series. I'm having a lot more fun with this series personally. But one cool thing about the desert, and I say this because I lived in the desert the entire time on that world. That's where I brought it up. All these mobs, really all the biomes are cool, but these guys turn mean at night, and they'll actually try to kill you at night, which to me is pretty badass. It's kind of spooky, but it's fun. I like it. And it's just hard to survive. I feel like the desert at night is just hard to survive, really like it is in real life. During the day, it's one of the hottest places on the planet with absolutely zero water, which is like one of the most important ingredients for our survival. And then at night, you think, right, some of the hottest temperatures on the planet. No, at night, it's freezing. You could freeze to death if you're not prepared. So, most fatalities in our life in deserts come at night because people, they dress light because it's so freaking hot. And then they get trapped or stranded or lost in the desert at night, and then they're dressed so lightly, they freeze to death. So deserts are very mean places. I am rambling. I need to find coal. All right, I think we just need to bounce somewhere. See, these guys are all going to turn violent if I don't sleep. They're all going to bite me, man. Got to be careful. I almost wanted to show you. but I don't want to get bit, so I'm not gonna. We're going to bounce in this direction. We're going to keep exploring the desert. We will find coal, and we will come back to that pyramid, I promise. It looks like the desert ends right there, and there's some stone showing. So maybe we'll go check out that hill. Sorry, I just got to stretch my leg here. But yeah, maybe we'll go check out those hills. I'm sure there's got to be coal over in those hills. There's another village down there. It's not a desert village, but there is a village. Uh-oh. That bounce didn't work at all for some reason. That kind of stinks. And there we go. We are back on top. Do I have a fortune? I sure do, man. I love being prepared. The only downside about how I play this world is if I ever die, like, all of my tools are in one place. Like, I'm cooked. There's no coming back. We're going to go a little bit crazy here. Oh, the lag spike. we are going to go a little bit crazy. That is a ton of coal. Ooh, please bounce out. There we go. My goodness. It was trying to kill me, man. Oh, that coal dust. It drops coal dust when I break it if you're new here. Oh, that is a new pyramid in Village, though. That is cool. Sweet. Glad I came this direction. What I was trying to say is coal drops coal dust, and if you inhale too much of it, you get black lung. If you were new here, that is why I got to be careful mining around coal. This is a pretty looking biome. Let me look at the map real quick, because I thought I saw something on the map. Maybe not. Maybe it's just these little weird shapes in the ground. It looks like a missile silo, but I am not seeing that. But cool. We have way too much coal, which is a really good thing. So let's go ahead and put all that up here. We just need 16 coal and 16 torches, and that's going to get us a full stack. And we are going to go back and raid that pyramid that I passed. And then now we know there's a third pyramid to come and raid. And the pyramid I need to raid is this one directly behind me. I had to double check. I didn't want to go to the wrong one, but we are on track for the right one. Shit. Well, luckily it's not too deep, but there you go, man. Falling in quicksand, not a lot of fun. Do not recommend. So I try to keep buckets on me, and I have one. I could have grabbed it. It would have saved me for about a second, but if you keep enough buckets on you to get yourself out. If you go into quicksand that's more than 1 block deep, that's what I would recommend is buckets. If it's just 1 block deep where you're standing, it's not too bad. There is lava right here, which is absolutely spooky. But all right, we're going to switch that out. And let's go in. Pyramid number 2, make an entry. I think the best method for sure is just torch it up as much as you can. And then start going for the spawners. Because they could spawn behind you and all kinds of nasty stuff. You do not want that. Oh, he jumped. Oh, yep. See, I did way too good that last pyramid. So here we go. Now I got to suffer. Oh, man, I've already missed like 3 shots. We are not doing too great. Not the greatest start in the world for me. That's okay. Let's just hope they're not camping up. Oh, they're camping up here. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh, there's more. Jeez. Okay, go, 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 go. We gotta break them, gotta break them. There we go, all right. 2 spawners down. Let's see, are there going to be more spawners? Nope, just that chest. That is great news. All right, let's look at all the stuff it dropped. I'm just afraid of trap chests. Bottle of spider milk. I don't like that. I don't like... Why is that a thing? We got that, though. Don't know why that's a thing, but we have it. Alrighty, the top of this pyramid has been secured. At least to the best of my knowledge. I think... I don't know. I could be speaking out of my ass here. I think there's a hidden chest, like just in the middle of blocks. Like you almost have to break the pyramid to get to it. I don't know if that's actually the case or not. I feel like I remember something like that, but I could be wrong. We're gonna go ahead and go back upstairs. Put a torch there. We're gonna clear out these 2 sides because I don't want to deal with spiders. Well, I don't think any spiders spawn down there, so. We'll do that once up here is all cleared out. And then we have a place to retreat to. Oh my gosh, it didn't click. There we go. Nick of time. Absolute nick of time right there. I almost... Oh gosh, there's still more. There's at least 1 more in there. Oh, I missed. There we go. All right. Now we got them all. I was going to say, I almost whiffed it there. I can't remember what I was going to say. Sweet, man. That is now another way cleared. I'll show you all the loot it dropped. Nothing too spectacular once again, but honestly just enjoy raiding these buildings. That's a lot of fun for me. Hopefully you guys feel the same way. Use a lot of ammunition taking these buildings, but man, it sure beats actually having to fight these guys. This way is empty. This way is empty, so we're not even going to have to fight these guys in this direction. I feel like up top, like in the top center, I feel like that's why we're hearing spiders, because we still heard spiders. Well, maybe not. There's one sitting right there. Maybe he was making all the ruckus, but I feel like the very top center of this building, there's like a secret compartment. Once again, could be wrong, but... Well, and just like that, we were able to clean out another pyramid. We got all the golden armor again, and that is 2 backpacks completely filled, and I understand that my sorting is not all that great, and I apologize, but that is a problem that I am not going to deal with right now, because I got 3 more backpacks, so we'll deal with it another day, man. Should I dig into the top? Should we just settle this once and for all, see if there's a secret compartment up there? I feel like there is, because the top floor doesn't feel like it's super duper complete. I don't know if that's a good way to put it. Nope. Nope, it looks like there's nothing, unless it's just slightly off to the side, but I guess it's just pure blocks. It's just empty space there. Could be the case. All right, so we've raided 2 pyramids so far. There's plenty more pyramids to raid, but I don't want to make that this, the entire episode. So what we will do is we will bounce to the southwest here and just start filling out the desert, seeing if we can't find any more really cool structures. We could do more pyramids at a later date. I just don't want this whole episode to be pyramids. My goodness, a nice little lag spike there. Is that the village I said I had already found? No, that is a new desert village. My goodness, man, we are just finding all kinds of stuff. There's another dud, another pyramid. I did. No, okay, that is the pyramid I said I already found. I didn't see this village though, but cool. We got ourselves another village. I'm gonna go ahead and give them some taters. I'm gonna go and steal this waystone too. I used quite a bit of waystones and I'm getting low on them. And there's a village somewhat close by, so we'll go ahead and take it. I can't find the storage building. I don't know what it is about these storage buildings, but they are so hard to find. It's probably going to be this one, huh? This one just looks like it's hard to access. Nope. Oh, wait. It's right there in front of me. There it is. Cool. Alrighty. We slept the night away. My goodness. Trying to get out of that door was freaking impossible there. Let's go ahead and see. Is there a blacksmith? No, I don't see it. I already got the waystone. We are not going to explore that pyramid. And so we should be good. I'm going to bounce to the south, though, because I saw a village in that direction, and I just want to get it on the map. I just want to make sure I get it on the map before we forget about it. Should be down here. We've seen how great I am at remembering where stuff is if we don't mark it on the map. Maybe that was it. Or no, okay, it was over here. I was like, I swore it was an oak village, but I was just going the wrong way. And here we go. Let's go ahead and get it on the map. There we go. Finally got this one on the map. I'm going to go ahead and give them some potatoes as well, since I'm here, and raid them, of course, because they have a blacksmith, and I like those. Oh, my goodness. 3 diamonds in this chest. See, this is why we raid. You know, I don't think I've been mining for diamonds in so long, dude. I'm surviving strictly off of what I find in chests, which you would think would be OP, but it's actually not. I just have explored so much that... What's going on up here? You're giving me heart symbols, but then you attack me. What's going on here? I'm getting mixed symbols. I was gonna say I saw hearts, but those hogs are mean, man. I'm trying to find the storage building. Someone should act. I'm just kidding. Don't act. I don't care that much. But I was gonna say someone should look into this mod and see like if it's just a meme or if I just have the worst luck of all time with the storage buildings being the most inaccessible. I feel like it's got to be like the programming. Like the programming for like how they spawn in has to be a little bit different. This one's not bad. This one's not bad, actually. That might be the most normal storage building I've found so far for the Techtopian mod. But alrighty, with that, we have 2 more villages side by side right there. We're going to go to the northeast now and try to wrap up the desert over there before we go any more south. Oh, boy. Oh boy, it's a whole second part to the desert, man. It is a whole red sand desert. This desert just, and then there's a red sand village up there. My goodness, man, this desert just does not end, and I am here for it. I am absolutely fine with it. I hope it never ends. I hope this desert goes on forever. That is fine by me. I keep landing in cacti, and it scares me every single time. There it is again. You think I would learn, but I don't. Goodness, man, this lag is a little crazy, a little bit much for my liking. I could reset the game. Yeah, we may reset the game. It's a little bit much for my liking. Well, there's still a few things I could do. I'm a little concerned because I reset the game and the lag is almost worse now. which is not a great sign. Well, there's probably going to be a few more cuts because it is still absolutely choppy. I turned my render distance down and I turned storms off. Just sometimes when I'm adventuring, storms can absolutely screw up the frames. It helped slightly. I know I say that as it keeps freezing up, but it was actually like way worse, I feel like. But nope, it's about the same now. I may just need to take a break and come back here in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and raid this village. And we'll see how the frames are doing once I'm done with that. We did get another waystone here. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and put random village number 4 on this one. Here you go, man. Storage facility, easily the most inaccessible building in the village. Shocker, right? I was absolutely right. It happened again. you knew our good luck wouldn't last forever. Uh-oh. Yep, there goes the lag. I'm going to put potatoes up here. My last stack of potatoes for villagers. I don't even think emeralds are going to... Well, you just got to be kidding me, man. What did I do? I was going to say, I don't even think villagers could really access it up here. We'll see if they can. A necromancer is attacking the village the second I get to it. That is actually kind of bonkers. I want to reset, man. I'm not going to be able to fight that guy lagging like this. This is bad. Alrighty, we are back, and the lag issue is done. My PC or the game, something needed to reset completely. I got completely out of CurseForge. I actually didn't even reset my PC, but so I'm gonna guess it was CurseForge completely, or my PC needed a break. Maybe it was going for a couple hours there. We're gonna pick up where we left off. Obviously, you guys don't need to recap, but I kind of do. We're gonna be going northwest here. I'm just trying to fill out the rest of the desert. Actually, it's going to be nighttime, so we'll go and pick that up in the morning. Alrighty, it is morning, and actually, I gave my PC like a 2-hour break there. I went and cooked and ate dinner, so that is great news. So now I am fed, so we are good to go. Yeah, let's go ahead and boogie out of this village. I do not want them to get injured, and I'm going to bounce the wrong way, aren't I? Yes, I do not want to bounce that way. I want to bounce this way. We are going the wrong way completely. There we go. Good bounce. Uh-oh. Please, man. Please, please, please. The render distance is still 12 chunks. I did the whole first portion of the episode at 16 chunks. So in theory, it should be okay. If anything, I should bump it up here. Yeah, I'll keep going this way. We're just going to try to fill out the entire desert map. That is my current goal. So we'll bounce over here, fill all this stuff out. We got to stay on the lookout for oil sand. I mentioned that earlier, and then I proceeded to completely like miss a bunch of it. So I don't like that. Ooh, that was almost bad, man. That was almost really bad. I was trying to get over to this oil sand because I said let's look out for it, and almost went into some quicksand. The wrong type of sand completely. Not ideal. It's never bad news when the biome just keeps on going and keeps on going and keeps on going. It looks like we got some terracotta up here. So is this the intro to like a mesa, or is this just a one-off hill? It looks like it's just kind of its own one-off ordeal here, because the red desert biome goes a little bit, but not too far. Now, I'm also curious because these acacia biomes, or maybe it's called a taiga, I don't know, we'll see. But sometimes there's deserts on the other side of it as well. So I almost want to explore the backside of this acacia biome, and I missed the hill. Just in case it does turn back into a desert. You can see the quicksand just continues to expand. So even if it's not a desert, it could be a mesa or, you know, another drier style of biome. And just like that, I'm glad I bounced over here because we just found a missile silo. I think I've said this many, many times. This may be my favorite type of structure to find. A, they're pretty badass. There's a landmine there. But B, they have the chance that there's actually missiles in here and we can expand our stockpile, which is always fun to do. That first chest is not going to have a whole lot. It is going to have some stuff with dust that I definitely should not have inhaled. But we went ahead and inhaled it anyway because that's just who we are. We're built different. And now we're at the bottom, and bada bing, bada boom. We got 2 missiles. Sorry, I was reading a text there if there's a weird pause, but I'm probably going to edit that out. But yeah, we got 2 missiles. I guess I should read them. A cluster missile, an incendiary missile. Sweet, man. Just like that, we have 2 missiles on the day. That's big. That is big. Now, going to go ahead and get rid of seeds. You know, I think we are doing just fine with seeds. We do not need to stockpile seeds anymore. Why is the sky? That's the sun. I was going to say, why is the sky white? That it startled me a little bit. Or maybe not startled, but confused me. I was like, what's going on here? Yeah, let's just continue bouncing, man. No signs of another desert, but we did find another antenna, which is pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and leave that one for now. We're just strictly going to explore. We found ourselves another structure, but we are not going to raid that one either. Once again, just trying to figure out the whole biome here. It looks like this plains, I guess it's classified as plains, but savanna, there we go. I was figuring it was going to update. Taiga, it was the wrong term if I said taiga earlier. I apologize. That is something completely different. But this biome, nonetheless, is probably going to be the edge of the desert or dry-ish biome chain. It is sure looking that way. Well, you know, the funny thing about going way off track outside of the desert in this biome is there's a good chance we were going to find another village. We didn't actually. I thought that was going to be a village. That is just a one-off house that I saw off in the distance. Now, there's a dungeon there, and almost all dungeons in this biome are accompanied with a village, and there you go. I couldn't even get it out in time, but my prediction was correct. Here is the village. So I was a liar at first, but I went and avenged myself. This one's going to have a blacksmith. I am completely out of food. For villagers, I have my food stockpile, but I'm definitely not going to dip into that for these ungrateful guys. But we're going to raid it nonetheless, because why not? I'm cooler than them. I picked up a feather through the wall. Did you guys see that? I'm almost positive that's what happened. I wonder if he suffocated or I don't necessarily know what just happened there. That's kind of funny. 5 emeralds and I don't even have potatoes to give to him. I feel like a terrible person. I don't know if I've ever gotten 5 emeralds from one village before. I feel like I normally get 1, 2, or 3. So yeah, this village was relatively generous. Definitely feel bad now. That's okay. We will come back. I feel twice as bad now as I was trying to break that item frame. I smacked the hell out of Danielle there. So definitely I'm the bad guy. We are quickly finding that one out. I'm going to go ahead and bounce back, and we will just kind of follow this biome back into the desert. We are pretty dang close. A lot of alpaca, or is that what or llamas? I guess they're technically llamas, huh? Yep, llamas. Always forget what they're called in Minecraft for some reason. I never really deal with them. I know you can do like caravans and stuff, but I prefer technology. We'll just build a minecart rail and send a bunch of minecart chests or something. Or is that not a thing anymore? Or is it the Minecraft furnace? One of those isn't a thing. I remember like a Minecraft furnace used to be a thing, and it used to act as like a locomotive engine. Almost, you could push yourself with those, and then they either deleted it or it's only in a certain edition like game. Maybe it was only like Minecraft Xbox 360. I don't know. I actually can't remember. It's something I should look up. But if you know the answer to, feel free to comment. I will not complain. All right, we left a big ugly gap here. No reason at all. But we are back into the desert, and we are going to continue to explore. I was really curious how far this southern portion of the desert went. That was kind of my big question. There still is. I was trying to save it for the final task we do. There is a, well, you could say decommissioned, but I would say Chernobyl nuclear power plant that we are going to raid here shortly. I don't know necessarily if we have enough material for it, or enough tools and equipment for it would probably be a better way to explain it. We could probably do it. We're probably going to have to be really careful, and it's probably going to be like slow going. But I still think it's doable. Alrighty, it looks like this biome is about to end, at least to the east. I feel like we have the eastern portion of this biome completely mapped out. Now, how far west it goes, still up for grabs. So, I mean, this thing could still be absolutely massive. This is by far the largest desert we've found. It's not even close. Now, this biome over here, this dark gray one that I'm actually not even looking at, I believe it was called a wasteland, which could be good for us, actually. Technically, Chernobyl is a wasteland, so maybe there's more broken down nuclear power plants in that. I don't know. It reduces your visibility when you go into it, which is why I really haven't gone into it a whole lot. Because I like to be able to see. We'll go ahead and do it, though. We'll go straight this way. We'll go ahead and cut into it here a little bit. I still got my Geiger counter, so if there is a Chernobyl broken down power plant, we will sure know about it. But yeah, you're going to see my visibility absolutely tank here. Actually, it's not that bad. I thought it was worse earlier, but nope, this isn't too bad. There's a random green chunk up here, which I think is funny. Let me see. Can I see it? Or is the visibility going to be too far? You can see it on the mini-map, but I'm going to go to it because I think it's funny. There it is. There, I couldn't find it. There's like this singular chunk right here. Couldn't decide what biome it wanted to be, so it's just green. Look at that. That is silly. I don't know why I did that. I think that's funny. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much, because yeah, if it does that a lot, it could be corrupting the world in some way, or something I did corrupted the world. I don't know what I would have done, though. I haven't done anything crazy that I would have assumed would have corrupted a world, but I'm seeing sand. Is that because it's an ocean, or... Whoa, 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 we got another Chernobyl power plant. Look at that. That is another Chernobyl power plant. That's 2. Holy cow, I was right. We just found a second one. We are just going to raid one of them so far, and I feel like we're just going to raid the one I already found. No, we should be approaching, yes, right up here next to this hill right here. I think on this side of it, actually, the northern side, was the Chernobyl power plant that I found prior to this episode starting. I'm going to bounce over there. Whoa, there's like a mesa. Whoa! Oh my god! There must be a village intertwined. Oh my god! Chernobyl! We found it! We found it. Oh no, those poor villagers. Look at that. Oh man, I didn't even see that. You see, this is how you know I didn't even come here, and this is why I didn't come here, because something silly like this happening would have been absolutely terrible. This entire village spawned underneath Chernobyl's power plant, essentially. No way, dude. Look at that. Look at that. That is funny. Those villagers are absolutely screwed, man. There's nothing I could do. They're going to have to die, but I could rebuild the village. I'm going to decontaminate this thing in just a moment here. All right, first things first. Let's go ahead and get our hazmat suit. That's going to be a big deal here in the beginning. Number 2, let's go ahead and decontaminate here just a little bit. I'm going to actually back up a little bit, and I'm going to wait for all the villagers to die, just because you can see how crazy my chat's going. And I don't need that going on while I'm trying to raid this facility, because that would be just absolutely awful. We're actually going to get up onto this hill here. My goodness, man. This is how many villagers were in this thing. That is incredible. Wow. Even... Oh, I forgot. I don't have my bouncy boots on. I got to be careful. And... yeah, I'm kind of in the radiation, which is okay. There's still like 4 or 5 villagers left, man. What a mess. Maybe we should have done that other nuclear power plant first, man. 2 more of them just died. I'm waiting for that guy to die. Oh, I still see one walking around right there. Oh, I should have shot her. Put her out of her misery. That would have been mean, dude. All right. Christina. All right. So that could have been her. That did look like a Christina. I don't know what a Christina looks like, but it could have been her. Let's see. We are slowly taking damage. Let's go talk the game plan first, right? So if you've never played the HBM Nuclear Tech mod, this is a broke down nuclear power plant. Melted down, I guess, essentially. That's why I keep calling it Chernobyl. You can see the building. It's not just destroyed because the village is in the middle of it. It's actually like blown out. You can see the charred wood. You can see the corner of the building missing. But the big kicker is all these little yellow containers here. They're actually explosive. If I were to shoot it right now... uh-oh, the architect's dying now. It is spread enough. But if I were to shoot it, they would blow up. I'm like mostly certain. So we don't want to shoot it. Actually, we don't even want to have our gun out and have a misclick, because that would be bad. Oh, look at all the animals dying too. The radiation's slowly spreading, so I should probably get in there. But those little yellow containers are spitting out radiation like crazy. We're going to go ahead and raid and try to... Well, it helps if I remember. Spencer, you can't just jump around like a crazy guy. We're going to go ahead. We're going to put 2 of these down, radiation absorbers. And then I'm going to be able to stand on this, and that should help me in theory. We're going to go ahead and get some cobblestone, and I'm going to build some stairs up there. And this is just going to kind of be our base of operations. So the second I get off of that, we're going to be going up like crazy. Like absolutely crazy. We're going to have to be quick. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to mine this. I'm going to run up there, mine the barbed wire, mine the fence. put this down up there, and then I'm going to run back down to here and decontaminate. And then it's just going to kind of be leapfrogging in and out, in and out, in and out as we go. But all right, let's see how fast I can do this. There. There we go. That's tough. Uh-oh. It actually is still too much for me. I normally carry 3 of those decontaminators. Or sorry, they're absorbers. I normally carry 3 of those, but unfortunately, I only have this one right now. And how is it even going down? Yeah, it's slowly going down. Maybe I should back up a little bit. I feel like by not having a 3rd radiation absorber, I'm really hurting myself. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to run in as fast. There's still villagers dying. That is just crazy. I wonder if that architect is just going to respawn. I don't think so, but I guess we'll see here shortly, huh? Oh, God, and it's about to be nighttime. Oh, man, it's just making it more interesting, huh? Well, you know, the good news... Oh, the merchant's dying now. Yeah, of course he is. I was going to say the good news in all this is mobs technically can't spawn here. If a mob spawns, he's going to die of radiation pretty quickly. So I have that going for me. I think I already said it, but yeah, I'm going to run in, mine as many of those yellow barrels as possible. I could technically hold them. They're not radioactive to hold. They're just radioactive when they're existing, like they currently are. But I'm definitely a little nervous. Let's go. Let's do this as fast as we possibly can, and I don't even have the right thing. Oh, no, that's going to hurt. That's really going to hurt this run. Oh, man. Yep. There we go. Oh, let's run, let's run, let's run. Back up, back up, back up. There we go. Okay. I took a lot of radiation there, but thankfully I'm okay. Yeah, the architect and the tradesmen just keep respawning, and that's driving me up a wall. I do not like that very much. We got 51 radioactive barrels. That is absolutely insane to me. That is a lot, and there's still some on the ground there, and I think there's a couple I didn't get up top, so we're going to have to go and take a look at that. Same plan, we're going to mine this, mine that, grab those barrels, run up. There's a few more barrels inside of that building. And you guys may be wondering, how do I know all this, Spencer? I've died many, 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 many times in this structure. And matter of fact, I have died more times than I can count in this structure. So I know where all the radioactive stuff is. That is for sure. One thing's for sure, I'm going to have to place that. Let's go ahead and put this here. And I don't know if that's going to be enough to protect me, but it's going to be enough while I mine here. Ooh. Which is what I'm going to have to do. And then I'm going to run inside here. There's a few more barrels right there. And that should be good. I think that's all the barrels inside here. Oh, you know what? I'm actually wrong. I think there's something radioactive in here. Yes. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's take a step back here. Let's go ahead and decontaminate. I'm going to mine that real quick. Yeah, let's decontaminate. That radiation absorber was actually doing a lot more than I thought it was, but we just picked up even more barrels. And here we go. This radiation absorber is actually doing quite a bit, so let me stand next to the other one I have. Fences don't really matter. I'm going to need that still. A ton of barrels, man. This block of uranium, when it's down, it kicks out a little bit of radiation as well, so that's why I went and picked it up. But we got 2 centrifuges and 2 of these tanks each, which is why I've been looking for this structure a ton. Back when we crafted our own centrifuge, I told you that the structure has them, and it's a big deal for me that I wanted to find this structure so I can get more than just one. It wasn't too hard to craft, but you think we just found 2 power plants, nuclear power plants, and those 2 nuclear power plants can help us out big time. Now, we're still getting some radiation. There is still some radiation in there. I'm going to go ahead and put that down, and then I'm going to back up. This is the hard part. So those other ones were out in the open. This one is anything but, as you can tell. So that is not super ideal. I think I'm out of cobblestone. Okay, I have 10 cobblestone in this other backpack I had. I just went and checked my other backpack. Cool. So yeah, that'll work. I hear someone dying, which is unfortunate for them. I'm sorry. But here we go. Same concept. We're going to come up here. We're going to break that. We're going to break that. We're going to try to come up into here. And I broke the wrong frickin' thing. And I don't even have the right thing in hand. We're going to put that in there. And that should help us out a little bit. We're going to come back to here. And just like that, we should, in theory, be able to slowly take that room. You can see all the containers in there. I have to run in, get all the ones above the water, but then there's also some in the water. And while water does help slow radiation, to the best of my knowledge, it doesn't completely get rid of it. So until I get every single barrel in there, we're going to get radiated a little bit, but that's okay. I think I'm going to pick both of these up. We're just going to charge in there. I think we can do it in one go. I think we can do it in one go. If we get 2 absorbers in there, and then I get this to stand on, or maybe I'll put this just outside, I think we'll be okay. And let's go, 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 go. Quick, 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 quick. Gotta be fast, gotta be fast. Oh man, this is a ton of radiation. There's still some in the water here. I gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. We are very close to death. Oh, we are very close to death. That might have been about as close to death as we can get. I didn't even pick them all up. We picked up 22 more barrels. But that is still not all of them. There's still definitely some in there. You can see it's still kicking out radiation. Obviously, right? Because I took a bunch of damage. But yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. The tradesman and the architect. That's the essentially what I keep calling the town hall. The mayors, if you would. They just keep respawning when they die. So what I can do, and I'm going to do, is we're just going to put their stuff in here for just right now, because I am sick and tired of seeing their death messages on my screen. You know what I probably should have done? I said I was going to do it and I didn't do it, is put the second radiation absorber in there. If I would have put another one in there, that could have helped me a little bit. Unfortunately, I did not execute my plan how I wanted, but it worked. We got most of those barrels. And I'm actually just going to leave these here real quick. And we're going to make another run. I probably could have waited another second. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Let's get back underwater here. And there's going to be more directly beneath me. We'll get those. And it should be that one. And I think I got them all. I'm still getting 1 radiation a second, less than 1. And that's going to be because I think there's a block of uranium in here somewhere. Let's see if I get rid of that. If it... No! Nope! Not even. Nope, we are good. We are good. We have successfully captured or sanitized? I don't know. What's the correct word that you guys would use? Our first nuclear power plant, man. I think we can go ahead and take all that stuff off. We can put back on our little bouncy boots. Yeah, just like that. I'm going to sort my inventory just a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Here we go. Our inventory is mostly full, but I'm going to go ahead and mine all of this stuff. We're going to pick it all up, and we are going to go into here. I just don't want to forget anything. I have done that before, and I feel absolutely silly when I forget stuff. So don't want to do that. We're going to come down here, and let's see, 5 radiation a second, 1 and 2. My goodness, everything in here is radioactive. Holy cow. Let's go ahead and put all this in the backpack. There we go. I'm going to drown. That's where that damage is coming from. All this radiation and stuff burning me. And the one thing that gets me is drowning. How funny. But no, we should be good, man. That's going to be our first chest. I wanted to show you guys this next thing last, but we're already right next to it. We have a Fat Man. Inside of the cooling tower, there is a Fat Man bomb. How freaking cool is this? There we go. We have our very own Fat Man. Now, it's essentially a dud, if you would. It's not armed. So in order to actually detonate this thing, we have to arm it. So as it is right now, this thing's not dangerous. Although it says radius 175 fallout, twice that, 350. It's not armed, so it can't hurt us right now, so we can hold on to it, do whatever we want with it. You guys saw there's a couple other chests in the area. I'm going to go ahead and check those out. We got some more radiation here. 7.5. My goodness, man. That is some radiation. There we go. We'll put all that in the chest. Grab the last couple remaining items. Decontaminate one more time, because even though we were just holding items, man, they did quite a bit of damage there pretty quickly. Sweet. That is another chest down. Now, unfortunately, this building has quite a bit of damage, so you're not really going to see what it normally looks like on the inside. But, thankfully, we did find a second one. We do have another chest here. Nothing in that one, though. I don't think any other chests are going to have anything too crazy, too cool. And that is why I should have put the gun away earlier. We'll go ahead and check out this building, though. You can enter through here. I don't think that's accessible. I kind of just hopped in through the window because the village is kind of intermingled with this building, so it's kind of hard to tell what is what. We got a second room here, and you know what, to be honest with you, I don't even know if there's a chest in here or not. I don't know. I can't remember. That room is completely taken over. I do feel like there was a chest in there. Unless it's... Nope, it's in this room. Okay. We are good. This room is not completely destroyed. And there is, in fact, a chest in here. Yep. Check that again. Once again, nothing too crazy. I'm trying to fit what I can up there, but we're out of space. Shocker, right? I can't believe it's already almost nighttime. I spent the entire day just trying to clear this one building. If you mine into the staircase right here, as I am, you're going to go about, I think, 3 blocks back, technically 4 if you count the stairs, and you get this steel crate right here. You don't get anything else radioactive, but you sure do get a lot of goodies. Look at all that stuff. An airstrike designator and all of that fun stuff. I don't know where my my bed went. Did I not pick up my bed? Oh, it's right there. Okay. I just didn't see it. All right. That makes me feel a little bit better. I was going to say I'm going to have to go outside and brave the mobs now, because now the mobs won't die from radiation. So that wouldn't be good. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put some of this radioactive stuff back up top since we are done with it for right now, just to clear up a tiny bit more inventory space. I probably should sort my inventory here soon. We will. We're almost done raiding this building. Next thing on the agenda here is that secret crate still. I was sorry, I got a little bit distracted. We had 2 more items in there, and then I'm going to mine the crate. But yeah, if you mine the stairs right there, there you go. Secret hidden chest. Very cool. Definitely like that. I always break the vines and the cobwebs because they slow you down and they are annoying. Crack that door open. I don't know if hitting that lever actually does anything. I can't remember. I would assume not. It looks like the lights. It looks like when you flip that lever, all the lights kick on. That's kind of cool, but you know, they look kind of goofy with just the redstone being on the floor. And with that, we're going to take this too. Let's go ahead and take that. That is a non-hand... So the one I've been using is a handheld Geiger counter. That is a just normal Geiger counter you can set down in your house or wherever if you just want to track radiation or it's spreading or anything like that. That is the one you would use. Finally, oh my goodness, there's another radiation chest and there is a lot of stuff in it. I'm getting 5 radiation a second. Why? Why am I getting 5 radiation a second? Is it this? Is it that dead grass? Okay, I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, it's because I'm holding shit. Yeah, duh. Oh my God, Spencer. Come on, man. You're better than this. My goodness. That stuff's absolutely going to hurt me. And, whoops, I am grabbing the wrong freaking thing. I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of that decontaminator so quickly. That wasn't a great decision, was it? Alrighty, there we go. Now I got everything in that chest. It is all in this backpack here. That is a lot of stuff. 15 radiation a second. That is a lot. And I think I picked 2 of those up. Not a great decision. We don't make a lot of great decisions here on this channel, and that is okay. That's part of the fun, isn't it? With that, man, we have now successfully not only cleared or decontaminated, but actually raided our first melted down nuclear power plant. As far as I know, there are no unmelted down ones. Every single one you're going to find, it will be melted down, which is okay. I'm fine with it. I think they're pretty cool. I mean, I think it makes it a challenge. I think that's part of the fun is the fact that it's so hard to, access. Really, this is a building until you get all the equipment I have, the decontaminators, and then the absorbers and, your hazmat gear, all that stuff. This is a building you just avoid because of how much radiation it actually kicks out. But with that, man, we're going to... I think call it. Like I said, this may be a 2-part episode. We have a second nuclear power plant here, and we have a ton of desert to explore. I can't imagine the way this looks, that this desert just stone cold stops right here. It looks like it keeps going. And even if I, zoom in, unfortunately my render distance is 4 chunks shorter than at the beginning of the episode. But you can just see, I think it's going to go for a while. So we're going to pick this up next episode. This is going to be a 2-parter. And in that second part, I know I already said it, but we will raid that other nuclear power plant. So we're going to get 2 raided power plants in one episode. Is that another village just up there? I see a singular house. I don't know if that's a village and that's just like an outer lying house, or if yeah, I don't know. That might be something we check out as well. But man, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm glad to be back. Thank you to everyone for all the positive comments and stuff during my hiatus, just while my baby was being born. It really meant a lot. Good to know you guys came back too. For those of you that do, that is greatly appreciated. I hope you guys enjoy. I got a lot of ideas coming up for this series. I don't want it to stagnate. I felt like it was stagnating there a little bit, so we're gonna spice it up a little bit. We got some stuff on the way. Including mods. If you guys have mod suggestions, I know a big one is an inventory sorting mod. I know, I'm sorry. Pretty much everyone that watches the series is like, dude, sort your inventory. I know, I'm sorry. We'll get there. But with that, man, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you all in the next one.